hi. Oh god, hi, Vulcan's Wrath. Anyway, I disagree with all the people making 1 minute Centillion setup guides, because I honestly believe you should learn how to make one. You shouldn't have to resort to a YouTube video to learn how to make one, because honestly they are very easy. They're not that hard to make, because all you need is a whole lot of platforms. A whole lot of hydraulic platforms too. Those are very useful, especially for if you want a automatic resetter, which is very useful for if you're making videos, because I get too focused on my manual resetter, and this didn't work because some of the ores went back and got destroyed. You know what? Fix the setup with me, will ya? Yes, that might work. Very good. Yes, but people making setups like 1 minute imps, sub 1 minute imps, and making a video out of them when really they have a way better setup, it's kind of mean, to be honest. I mean, I don't really care, because I would show a different setup to like one that's more possible. Like, of course, like, to be fair, those people are hiding setups, not because they want to have a better setup than everyone. It's because they can't really show their setup without like people not being able to build them, because of course you're not going to be able to build a 1 minute imp that someone made, and that same player has been playing for a couple years. They have way more items than you probably. They have, like, say, the 1 million upgrader, all these like exotics, Illusions of Void, maybe, which is a very useful item. Like, Illusions of Void, honestly, is probably one of the most crucial items in any infinite setup, because of how useful it is. Some people don't have as much exotics as a lot of us have. So what I'm going to do is show you all, watching the video, a sort of exoskeleton, a blueprint on how to start and make your own 1 minute Centillions, somewhere around that, probably more, because if you don't have a 1 minute cent, it's fine. You can take this blueprint and use it later, because I'll be honest, I started making 1 minute imps way, like, about a month after people started fighting them out. Also, that's a lot of shards. So, oh, I can almost make a 4th Draconic Glass. Pog! So I'm going to show you a good way to structure your 1 minute imps. You get your mines, which are preferably this Draconic Glass mine. If you don't, I mean, you're definitely not high enough life to make it 1 minute Centillions. So get grinding, make a star loop or something. I don't know. Actually, I made a pretty fast QDDR setup for a guy a couple of days ago, so you could probably figure that out. I don't know. Anyway, you're gonna want to start with this. This is pretty simple. It's just the mines going into a teleporter, which is into a railgun cannon, and then it's gonna hit about right here, right before the upgrader. Then it's gonna start going down. It's gonna be around here where your upgrader is gonna hit. So what you could do is say like a fractured reality. This works very well here, because it's gonna hit around here, the center of the actual upgrader beam. Or what I do in my setup is actually put a Son of Poison right here, but I might switch it out with a Spirit of Fire, because it just works out very well. Like, you put it backwards, it's gonna hit it But for here, it hits around right here. Sometimes it hits this rod, but it really doesn't matter. Like 1 or 2 ores get slowed down, which is fine. I don't really mind. And then I put the Trinity right here. Or I could put the whatever other upgrader. You could choose what order your upgrader will go as, but it would be better if you put an upgrader with a tall, not so tall beam, because you're gonna want to save tall beams for later. I'll show that later in a second. But you're gonna want to use an upgrader with like a semi like tall beam, something like decently high, like something like this. This is a pretty nice beam. It's gonna hit around the bottom, like somewhere right here, and that'll work out fine. You use the Trinity. That's gonna be the 65 times the fire immunity, the poison immunity, the whatever immunity it gives. It's gonna have all those just by using this. And it's gonna go pretty fast. It's gonna zoom. It's gonna zoom. Yeah, whatever. 360. Yeah. You can also use Astral Setter if you want here too. It'll work out. Pretty sure. Let's test it out. Fact check. Yep, works out. Hit all 3 beams. Whichever beam is the upgrader one. No one will ever know. It also hits around the bottom of this upgrader, around the middle, somewhere like that. Yeah, works out great. So now, oh man, I need the mines. Now you have the what would be my second mine, but this is a hydraulic mine. So I've done this a couple times, so I'll show you what you need to do. So put this up 11, and then of course you probably figured it out, Imperium Monument. You bring it up to max height, which for it is about, pretty sure it's 11. So I think it's 10. But whatever, it should be fine. But here you have the cannon and the teleporter right here. What you usually see in my setup is a visualizer, a vaporwave visualizer. It's this thing, but it's an exotic. It's from the Easter event. So what I recommend use here is a glass butterfly. This is a very recent item, so you might have one. So pretty good to use, because if you're gonna make a 1 minute centillions and you look at the setup, you might be a person to have a glass butterfly, because I mean it's pretty recent. It's about like it was just made. It was just made exotic, so you should be fine getting it. Yeah, okay, here we're gonna move this up one. Yes, here you put Zarbomba, and then you can put all your desired upgraders over here. I would also use Vulcan's Wrath somewhere in here before the Optic Origin, which would, I don't know, be like somewhere here. And you could put Vulcan's like around right here, where the trajectory of the cannon would probably signify that around here, around this second platform, it would hit the ground. So we can test it. Yeah, it's around, yeah, around where the Vulcans is. So that works great. And you could charge it if you want, because I mean, 50 times it's fine. But I mean, I think we all prefer to have a 300 times by just putting a couple mines down. Pretty good. You can put it anywhere here. You can put anything here that has like a tall beam. Like what I do is a Dreamer's Life and a Atlantic Monolith. I could pretty much take the Atlantic Monolith out because that's really not that good of a multiplier. There's no point to it, to be completely honest. But I'm fine with it. So if you have a better combo of items, go ahead and use that. And please tell me, because I really don't want my monument here. I got roasted for it. But yes, very nice. This is a blueprint for a no exotic. Kind of no exotic. I mean, if you don't have this and you're making a 1 minute inf, then I don't know how bad your luck is that you never got a glass butterfly before the birthday event. But yeah, whatever. You probably have one anyway. I mean, they were common, and you're probably gonna have one if you need an inf setup, a 1 minute inf. But that should be everything, because it's really not that hard to make a setup once you know what exactly you need. You need almost every single super. Like, I would say everything but the Havium. Everything here except the Havium is very useful. For the enchants, I'd say Midas, of course. Or actually, no, I should put that up here. Yeah, everything. Midas is not an enchant. Everything up here except the Havium is pretty good. I'm gonna unfavorite it. Yeah, everything up here except the Havium is a very useful item for imp setups. Enchants, of course, like almost every single one. Angel's Blessing, Book of Knowledge if you don't have the Tyrant's Imperium Monument, of course, maxed out. Grimmer's Life, Garg set. Where's the other Garg? Where's the... Okay, Garg mine. Yeah, Garg set, Trinity, of course. And that should be it. Of course, some portables that you should, like, use that aren't exotics. Like, all portables are exotics, or at least all Reborn Proof are exotics. Dreamcatcher, yeah, it's called Dreamcatcher. If I can find it, I'm pretty sure it's a vintage. Dreamcatcher, pretty good. I don't actually know the stats on it. The beams are 7 times and give sparkles, so not sure if they cap actually, or if you're gonna use multiple beams, but it doesn't matter. So yes, 142 wild spores. That's a lot for me. Don't judge me, Catalan, with like probably 2,000 of them. Anyway, yes, very cool. I would use Vulcan's Destiny actually, but whatever. If you have this, you should probably use. If you're gonna use an auto resetter line, probably go ahead and use this. To be honest, like it's gonna give you some good multiplier. 150 to like every ore, non-repeatable though, so that's fine. Here's my shiny flex. Can I place? Alright, cool. Void Pizza Blaster and my chill Brimstone Spires with no brim. Stone Spires. Or Stone Spires. Stone Spires. But it's not stone. Whatever. Yes, go away. Cool. Here is Dragon Blaster with no Igneous Forge. Loser. Okay, whatever. Yes, hope you became Drayden and was smart. Became smart. Look at his eyes. They lightning. Yes, hope you became Magnar and big smarted. Thank you, Yeet.